So as I mentioned, so I was working for my husband's family business, and that was actually a really great opportunity to work alongside my husband, and I have really great family members, and like everything seemed like it was perfect. However, there was this feeling that I had felt for quite a few years of just feeling unfulfilled, this calling for more. And it was that that I really just kept holding on to. So when I say like feeling stuck, so for example, because I was in the position that I was in my family business, having this desire to step out and start my own coaching business, number one, is frightening because something that has been a struggle of mine has been feeling worthy or good enough. But at the same time, there's like this internal disconnect that I'm just like going, okay, like something's got to give here, right? I don't want to continue to operate in that. I don't feel like that's the path that is planned for me. And so, it was really kind of taking those bold steps and saying yes to your program, even though I was terrified.
Right.
It actually crosses my mind frequently because I still am so grateful that I said yes. Because so you kind of asked, like, what is life like now? That started the kind of winter of 2019. And I've slowly been transitioning over just very recently to more in-person coaching with women. So like having my own business is like something, it's like mind-blowing to me. Sometimes I'm just like, is this really my life? I mean, somebody pinch me. But I think about that. If I wouldn't have said yes, it's not that my life was like, God say, like when we're walking in that, like we actually are making like the world a better place. It changes the vibration of the whole planet when we are walking in our truth and in alignment with our calling. And so, but I do think about that. I would still be in that same spot of feeling stuck, wishing I would take action, but feeling scared. Having all kinds of self-doubt. I mean, not that that doesn't come up because like right. Yes. So I'm so grateful that because that was the first time that you've offered that program. So I'm so grateful that you decided to say yes to your calling and offer that, because I think about that too of, okay, if Erin wouldn't have said yes, like, okay, I wouldn't be here either, right? Because you had to do something scary by even creating the program and, believing in yourself enough to do that. So learning to love who we are, the things like that actually have been a part of Alchemy, a lot of the mindset, because for the most of us, that's where we really are stuck, right? It's not taking those steps of action. It's the thought process that we're having up here. And so, it's been terrifying, like literally. I'm like, this is the biggest thing I've ever done. However, with that being said, like, I just feel like it's so divinely led, that I mean, I have to say yes to it, right? Like when we're called, we're called. And so, but yeah, the tools that Alchemy has given me that I use with my clients are a lot of breaking free from those limiting beliefs so that we can continue to, walk in alignment with who we're created to be. Right. And I just, it's so beautiful to watch women. And this is like, I just cry about this all the time because I'm just so moved that women, I see them walk in, and I work with a lot of women who have anxiety, panic attacks, depression. And I remember when I was going through Alchemy training, and that actually made me a little nervous. And I wasn't, because at that point I wasn't there yet, right? Like I was still learning and growing. And I think we also learned from life experience as well. And my husband went through a really hard season recently. And, but it's just beautiful to watch women in that state come in, and then in a matter of just a few months, they are filled with life and they love who they are and they don't hate their bodies anymore or hate who they are. I mean, I had a woman recently who she grew up with the idea that that she needed to hate herself, and to see someone like that, and then at the end is just like saying, I never thought like that I could feel this good. That to me, I'm like, there's no price tag or anything that you could put on that. It's just like, it's mind blowing sometimes. 40-hour a week, 8 to 5 job. I was personal training at the time. I was teaching yoga. I was like very busy. But with that being said, like the Alchemy program is set up in a way that you can easily incorporate that into what you already have going on. You don't have to feel like, I feel like the time commitments, you learn a lot in a way that is easy for you to make it work into your lifestyle. Loved that. The flexibility, the group coaching sessions were just really wonderful to bring all of us together and to create that sense of like community and connection that I mean, there is literally nothing to lose. It's so much to gain. I mean, it's such a wonderful journey of self-discovery. Whether or not you go on to coach others, I think just the process in and of itself of taking that journey to learn more about you and to open your heart and your mind and just growing, the personal growth, is just worth it, I think, hands down. So, I mean, I would say, just do it. It's like you're at that ledge, and like you're kind of like peering over and like, I don't know, I would just say like cannonball.